Good morning. Today we will discuss regarding automation principles and strategies. Automation principles and strategies includes first the USA principle, second 10 strategies for automation and process improvement, and third automation migration strategy. So first is USA principle. So U stands for understand the existing process, S stands for simplify the process, and A stands for automate the process. So in this we will see, so first understand the existing process, input and output analysis, value chain analysis, and charting techniques and mathematical modeling. Second, simplify the process, reduce unnecessary steps and moves. Third, automate the process. 10 strategies for automation and production systems, automation migration strategy. So the first point in a USA principle is U, that is stands for understand the existing process. The first step in USA approach is to comprehend the current process in all of its details. So what are the inputs, what are the outputs, what exactly happens to the work unit between input and output, what is the function of process, how does it add value to the product, what are the upstream and downstream operations in the product sequence, and can they be combined with the process under consideration. So the first step in the USA approach is to understand the current process in all of its details. Charting tools such as operation chart and the flow process chart can be analyzed in the existing process. By this, weaknesses and strengths can be searched in the existing process. The number of steps in the process, the number and placement of inspections, the number of moves and delays by the work, and the time spent in storage can be identified by these charting techniques. Identify the input parameter and output variable. Also understand the input such as raw material properties, process settings, operating parameters, and environmental conditions will be affected on output variable. So this is regarding the first point, that is you have to understand the existing process. Second is S for simplify the process. So once the existing process is understood, then the ways are identified for simplify the process. Then the process is simplified by elimination of unnecessary steps in the process without affecting from function. Some steps can be combined and some steps can be performed simultaneously. Some of the 10 strategies for automation and production system can help to simplify the process. So this is regarding the second point in a USA principle, that is simplify the process. And third point in a USA principle, that is automate the process. Once Once the process has been reduced to its simplest form, then automation can be considered. The possible form of automation in the 10 strategies can be used. Next point in automation principles and strategies is 10 strategies for automation and process improvement. So it includes first strategy, that is specialization of operation. Second is combine operations. Third, simultaneous operations. Fourth, integration of operations. 5, increase flexibility. Sixth, improved material handling and storage. 7, online inspection. 8. Process control and optimization. 9. Plant operations control. And 10. Computer integrated manufacturing. If automation seems a feasible solution to improve productivity, quality, or other measure of performance, then these 10 strategies can be used for improvement. So first is specialization of operations. The first strategy involves the use of special purpose equipment designed to perform one operation with high efficiency. This is similar to the specialization of labor, which is employed to improve labor productivity. Second strategy is combine operations. So combine operations can be accomplished by performing more than one operation of a given machine, thereby reducing separate machines. Since each machine typically involves a setup time can be saved by this strategy. Also, material handling, non-operation time, waiting time, etc. can all be reduced. Third strategy, that is simultaneous operations. Perform all the combined operations simultaneously at one workstation so that total processing time will be reduced. Fourth strategy is integration of operations. So this strategy involves linking several workstations together into a single integrated mechanism using automated work handling devices to transfer parts between stations. With more than one workstation, several parts can be processed simultaneously, increasing overall output of system. Fifth strategy is increased flexibility. This strategy involves maximum utilization of equipment by using same equipment for a variety of parts or products. It involves the use of flexible automation concept. Prime objectives are to reduce setup time and programming time for the production machine. This normally translates into lower manufacturing lead time and less work in progress. Sixth strategy is improved material handling and storage. The use of automated material handling and storage systems reduces non-productive time. Typical benefits include reduced work in progress and shorter manufacturing lead time. Seventh strategy is online inspection. Traditionally, inspection is done after process is completed. In online inspection, it permits corrections to the process as the product is being made. This reduces scrap and product is made closer to specifications. Eighth strategy is process control and optimization. This includes a wide range of control schemes used to operate individual processes and equipments more efficiently. By this strategy, the individual process times can be reduced and product quality can be improved. Ninth strategy is plant operations control. This strategy is concerned with control at the plant level. It attempts to manage and coordinate the aggregate operations in the plant more efficiently. Its implementation involves a high level of computer networking within the factory. And the 10th strategy is computer integrated manufacturing, that is CIM. So CIM involves extensive use of computer applications, computer databases, and computer networking throughout enterprise. Now the third point in automation principles and strategies is automation migration strategy. A company often needs to introduce a new product in the shortest possible time. The easiest and least expensive way to accomplish this is to design a manual product method using a sequence of workstations operating independently. The tooling of manual method can be fabricated quickly and at low cost. To meet the increased demand, the workstations can be replicated as many times as needed. If the product turns out to be successful and high future demand is anticipated, then it makes company to automate function or automate production. So these improvements are often carried out in phases. Therefore, automated migration strategy is a formalized plan for manufacturing system used to produce new products as demand grows. A typical automation migration strategy is given in this slide. So the phase 1, that is manual production. So in a manual production, there is single station man cells working independently. Advantages are quick to set up and low cost tooling. Phase 2 is automated production. It is single station automated cells operating independently as demand grows and automation can be justified. And phase 3 is automated integrated production. So it involves multi-station system with serial operations and automated transfer of work units between stations. So you can see the diagram of automation migration strategy. So how this strategy it is implemented, that is given in the diagram by showing three phases. So phase 1, you can see at the top there will be the, at the start there will be the manual workstations and work or material handling, that will be also manual. So you can see at the top. Then phase 2, you can see there is a automated production. As the demand grows, there will be the automated workstations that will be there, but manual work handling, that will be manual. And the third, you can see at the bottom there is a phase 3, that is automated integrated production. So there will be the automated transfer of work units and workstations, that will be also automated. So that is phase 3. So phase 1, that is manual production. So manual production using single station cell operating by a worker independently. This is used for introduction of new product. Quick and low cost tooling is required to get started. So that is regarding the phase 1, when new product it is introduced. Phase 2, that is automated production. So automated production using single station automated cells operating independently as demand grows. So work unit are still moved between workstations manually. And phase 3, that is automated integrated production, that is automated integrated production using multi-station automated system with serial operations and automated transfer of work units between stations. So in short, you can say in a phase 1, there will be the manual workstations and material handling or material transportation, that will be also manual. In a phase 2, there that is automated production. So there will be automated workstations that will be automated in a phase 2, but still material handling system that will be manual. And in phase 3, workstations as well as material handling both will be the automated. So these are the three phases that are used in a automation migration strategy. So we will see the advantages of automation migration strategy. So first advantage, it allows introduction of the new product in the shortest possible time, since production cells based on manual workstations are the easiest to design and implement. Second advantage, it allows automation to be introduced gradually in plan phases, that is phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, as demand for product grows. Engineering changes in the product can be made in between. And third is, it avoids the commitment to high level of automation from the start, since there is always a risk that demand for the product will not justify it. So this is regarding the automation principles and strategies. Thank you.